We have the capacity to destroy, but we also have the capacity to do good things. Good thing would be just to protect the species. It makes us better humans, I think.
Failure for our project would be extinction. It's not gonna happen.
It's not about the big animals are more important than the little animals.
Está perfecta.
They're all important.
Hi, beautiful.
See how you told. Yeah, I got bitten nearly 20 times.
That didn't put you off, though?
No. It's my crazy passion.
Let me just check. Right here. Despacito, pero no te subas. Normally, people like to protect all the big furry animals, you know, panda bears and lions and tigers. And this little fish might not be a very sexy animal. Well, I think it's a little sexy, but you know. Hay uno como este vuelo que tiene la panza como roja. But it's an animal that lives here, and we have to respect that. The city's been growing, and all the river systems get polluted. And of course, all the aquatic species are wiped out, they die. And it's a thing we need to stop. It's really an effort to survive in these places, and with all the human impacts we cause around this, you know, all the pollution, all the invasive species, all the water extraction, and it's still here. So I think it's a survivor, and I love that about it. We have the capacity to destroy, but we also have the capacity to protect, a capacity to use our knowledge to do good things. And a good thing would be just to protect the species. It makes us better humans. We need to see us as part of nature. Not man or mankind in nature. It's the same thing.
Todo está conectado. Desde los tiburones hasta el plancton, desde las mantarrayas hasta los caracoles y los erizos de mar. Que esa conexión se mantenga estable, porque si no todo se va a derrumbar. Vamos, ¿dónde está la olla? ¿A dónde? Aquí está. Cuando estamos en el océano estamos libres. Somos libres. Los tiburones martillo son grandes depredadores del océano. Ellos son los reyes, los reguladores de las cadenas tróficas. Los tiburones martillo nacen en Golfo Dulce y están en Golfo Dulce por 2 o 3 años. Tenemos que enfocar los esfuerzos en los juveniles. Proteger las áreas de cría para el tiburón martillo. Si no tenemos tiburones juveniles hoy, no tenemos tiburones adultos en el futuro. La respuesta es muy fácil. Muy buenas condiciones para la captura de tiburones martillo. Tenemos una luna llena en el horizonte y estamos utilizando las horas del amanecer, que son las horas donde los tiburones están más activos buscando comida. Entonces es muy posible que tengamos suerte. Sin embargo, algunos días es posible que ellos no estén en la zona y no podamos capturarlos, ¿verdad? Ok. Sorry. Listo. Las marcas van a estar en los tiburones transmitiendo por 3 a 4 años. Y de esta manera nosotros podemos tener toda una dinámica del ecosistema. Ahora sabemos cuando es pequeño, está cerca de la costa. Esto lo hace muy vulnerable, por ejemplo, a las pesquerías. Esta información es muy importante para la conservación de esta especie. A veces no tenemos suerte. ¿Viene algo, Diego? No, hombre, ahí viene Vitica. Bueno, tome más. Puta.
Have you ever been attacked by a crocodile, Anthony?
No.
Never.
Never. Several times I got bitten by snakes, but still I'm unfortunate not to experience a crocodile small attack.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why unfortunate?
No, it's an experience then.
You would like that experience?
Yeah, not a gruesome one, but a small one.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
just it's fun. Yeah, when I was about 11 or 12, I got a present from one of my friends, a baby saltwater crocodile. And it became my favorite pet at that time because I was experimenting on this stroking of the tummy. Because as soon as I start stroking at once, he becomes so happy. Yeah, you can feel its happiness. It's nice to see that such a ferocious animal becomes so lovable. But very few people love crocodiles. The biggest threat is due to human-crocodile conflicts. No, I have personally investigated nearly 150 cases, out of which about 50 were fatal. මට කියන්න දැන් වෙච්ච එක.
මේක උඩ ඉඳගෙන වතුරට අතට ආව කොන්දට වතුර දාගන්න.
ඔව්.
දැකලා ඒ ගමන එහෙවම ටික වෙලාවක් යනකොට මගේ අත මෙහෙම කපා බහිනව දැක්ක දත් වලට සම්පූර්ණ.
ඔව්.
එහෙවම සීනතු.
මේ හන්දෑවේ කරුවල ඇලට ගිහිල්ලා මෙතන පැනලා මෙතනින් අල්ලගත්ත දමාගත්ත අරන් ගියා. අතනම් පැන්න එතනින්ම මම ගොඩට.
නානකොටද උනේ?
මේ නාන ගිහිල්ලා මේ හරියයි වතුරට බැස්සේ.
ඔව්.
මම හිතාගෙන ඉන්නේ අර ඇඳන් හිටිය ස්කර්ට් එකේ කෑලි තමයි මෙහාට ඉරි ලෙල්ලෙන්නේ කියලා. බලනකොට කකුලේ. අම්මෝ කවුරුක්වත් හිතුවේ නැහැ ඉතින් මම සනීප වෙයි කියලා.
තුමුල ඇදගෙන ආවා. ඇදගෙන ආවිල්ලා ගොඩට ගන්නවත් එක්කම මැරුවා. මරලා ඉතින් මතුත් කෑවා. ඒලා. එච්චර තමයි ඉතින්.
කිඹුල්ලෝ ඉතින් කීප දෙනා ඉතින් මැරුවා සෑහෙන්න. ඔව් වෙඩි තියලා මැරුවා ඒ කාලේ සෑහෙන්න.
මේක උනාට පස්සේ. යා.
කනෝ කවුරුත්ම කනෝ දැන් රහ වැටෙන. මම තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගහලා ඊට පස්සේ සේර කවුරු කනෝ තරහට.
No, like this, there are so many heartbreaking episodes. That's why I am really all out to help them, but must try to see whether I could help them in a bigger way.
I do it most like. My very first memory of a frog was in this forest. I had it in my hands, and then it quietly walked up, on my skin onto my shoulders. And this kind of makes you feel that you belong to each other. It finds peace by being with you. And when something like this happens to you, you know, it changes your life. You know, it makes you different. I think he was the frog messenger. He was the one that the frogs delegated and sent their message to me so that I come and help them. My greatest hope is to see the Atiwa forest fully protected. This particular frog can only be found here. And it is just right here in this very small stretch of river. We're going to try to catch the frog to estimate the population. And that's the only way you can, you know, measure the success of the conservation efforts that we are putting. Grab it. This is your chance. Excellent. Hold it tight. 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 Excellent. Woo! Your first frog. Again. Look. It should stay out to the vent, you know, the snout. All right. Amphibians, you know, represent life. When we allow these wonderful creatures and animals to be wiped away from the face of the earth, what we are actually encouraging or doing is that we are gradually wiping life out of the face of the planet. I was born in the house, just in the middle of the national park. Perhaps I was hearing the sounds of the baboons and the elephants that, you know, mixed with my crying as I came out as a little boy. And for me, that is life. I think that's why I naturally, you know, want to be a part of nature and to protect nature in the first place.
When I was a tiny tot, in the school, senior students were pelting stones at a rat snake.
And a rat snake?
Yeah, a large one, maybe a 6-footer. So immediately I felt very sorry for it, sorry for the animal. And I quickly ran and caught the fellow and slowly went and put it back into the bush. So that was my first encounter. Ah, there's another fellow. 2 fellows. Now you can get that color. 2 fellows. I see.
And from then on?
Then on, yeah, I started my crazy passion.
Diego, no se ve nada ahí. Sí, la carnada no la tocaron. Viene algo más. ¡Uy, mae, está perfecta para el marcaje. Necesitamos la marca acústica. Está perfecta. ¿Está vivo? Diego, hay un martillo aquí, mae. Ok, perfecto. Voy con esto de una vez quitando imán. Esta es... Mae, Carlos, aquí sí ocupa ayuda, mae. La marca. Suave. Mae, agárremela. Esto está mal. ¿Ya ¿dónde está la otra marca? La 500 y resto. Acá. Ahí, di. Mae, póngala al agua. Póngala al agua, ¿no?
8,
9. 6, 7. ¿Macho o hembra?
Hembra.
Hembra, perfecto.
¿Cómo?
En el agua para que se oxigene. Busquemos la marca. Está entrando eso. Siéntala que ella esté bien. Dele vuelta a la bicha, Carlos. Para que se oxigene, digamos, dele para arriba y para adelante, porfa. Si usted quiere la trae, implantamos y cerramos de una vez. Va, vuelta. Ok, téngala duro, así, téngala duro. Implantar la marca en la cavidad ventral del tiburón martillo. Estas marcas son hechas para interiores. Ya está súper en todas. No le van a producir ningún efecto a los tiburones. Okay, lo que necesitamos ahora es marcarla con esta. Ya está lista la marca, ¿verdad? Diego. Bueno. Ya está lista.
Ahí va.
Listo. Esperamos que ese tiburón nos siga dando información por 4 años más. Perfecto. Perfecto, mae. Puf, calidad. Calidad. Muchas personas ven a los tiburones como animales malos, como animales peligrosos. Pero ecosistemas con tiburones martillos son ecosistemas saludables. Es un animal muy bello. Tenemos que tratar de conservarlo. En este momento, Costa Rica tiene 25 o 26% de su área terrestre protegida. Pero en el océano solamente tiene menos del 1%. Ya se fue. Costa Rica es un país verde. Tenemos que hacer que Costa Rica sea azul también.
When I was a kid, I kept going to these streams and catching fish. And I started with one aquarium, then I had 2 aquariums, then I had 3, then I ended up having about 20 aquariums in my house. This is a park where people come in the middle of the city. The surrounding is beautiful. And look at the water here. You can see it's beautiful, and this is a perfect habitat for Notropis. This stream was declared as a protected area around 1963, but even though the water is very clean, it's full of invasive species. It has trout and carp. And what we're trying to do here is to take those fish out and reintroduce Notropis. The trout is a very predatory species. It was introduced into this place and just wipes out the whole Notropis population. You see the big mouth, and so they eat it. Any other fish that can be found in this place. And this is a species from North America. Shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't.
No. So we're taking them out of the system, maybe put them further down the stream after a little waterfall there is, so they won't come up. And we want to reintroduce Notropis in all this area.
Initial interest in coming to Hawaii was to surf, because that was what consumed my life when I was young. Okay. It's a big office. It's got a great view. Got house plants. Phone doesn't ring a lot. A good day is finding seeds. You know, we go to a plant that we know of and there are seeds to collect, or we find new plants. A bad day is going somewhere and finding that, you know, the plant you were going to visit has died.
You got your compass on you?
Nope. It is the proverbial needle in the haystack, and there's no guarantee there's a needle in this haystack. But as long as there's a haystack, we're going to go through it. You never know, you get lucky, you find another one.
Ah.
You know? Hawaii is being invaded by plants and animals from all over the world, and they're displacing species that have nowhere else to go. It's been called the extinction capital of the world, and not just for the loss of plants, it's also the loss of its birds.
When we're searching for them, it's almost 100% by their call. Sometimes you get really lucky and you happen upon one that just comes up in your face and you can see it, but usually you're hearing them singing and then going and trying to find them.
That's it. Kind of sounds cute, 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 cute.
He's like kind of like a sewing machine. He goes chewy, 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 chewy. And that's the male singing. There's no way to figure out what the population is doing if we don't have the birds marked. Yep. So this is a mist net. When it's open, it's pretty much invisible, and birds just passively fly into it. And we're going to put bands on them, and that way we know who they are for the whole rest of their life, and we can re-sight them just with binoculars, and we never have to catch them again.
There's something that's exciting with seeing something that is not often seen because it's rare. This looks like the trail, you know, especially when something's really rare, when there's only 2 or 3 and you find one more, that's huge. I see the flagging. Yeah. We've reached one of the 3 known plants of this rare Alani. We've collected seeds a couple of times and no one's been successful in growing it yet. So we're gonna keep trying till we get them. Let me just, whoa. So this is the seed capsule. And, well, it looks like kind of like a starfish or a court jester's hat. You know, when you work with rare plants, you know, you get to know them as individuals, or I do. I remember the day I first saw it, and all the times, you know, I've come to see it and monitor it and just see how it was doing. And when a plant like that dies, it's like losing a family member or a friend. It is emotional. Sometimes surprisingly so.
How did we get so lucky? Okay, let me just get this out. Okay. I kind of can't believe this, and especially an unbanded male. We didn't actually know that this male was here. Hi, beautiful. So we'll be quick and we'll let you go again soon. I'm very excited. My leg's shaking. It always is. Oh, he's at least 2 years old. Weighing is 75. I think our whole team definitely feels guardianship over these guys. I think that keeps kind of everyone on our team going, is knowing that there isn't anybody else out here doing it. It just gives you this picture of how fragile it really is and how little habitat there is and how we could lose them really quickly. Failure for our project would be extinction. It's a big evil word. It's not a good word. It's not gonna happen.
You can see how the polluted water from the houses comes into this site. So all this dirty water goes right into the main river. Unfortunately, you can't register the smell, but it smells pretty bad. There's no way any aquatic animal could live here. But we can get that back. It's getting people involved in restoring the sites. You know, sometimes when you do conservation, you're always worried about the big global problems like climate change, and those are really important problems. We need to also focus on these small immediate problems, and so that's how we get people engaged. You know, tell them that this is happening right in their backyards. No? Gracias. Ya se habló mucho de cómo el agua es fundamental para la vida de los seres humanos, pero también es fundamental para la vida de las otras especies con las que compartimos el planeta. El Notropis boucardi, la Carpita de Morelos, toda la especie, es decir, no hay en ningún otro lugar del mundo. Y uno diría, bueno, pues es un pececito, ¿qué nos importa, no? Si ni nos lo comemos. Pero es parte de nuestro patrimonio natural. No podemos olvidarnos del papel que tenemos los seres humanos en la conservación. The people in this community is very much involved in the conservation of their natural resources. And today, since it's World Water Day, they decided to do this campaign in order to take all the rubbish out of the stream. Y así como tenemos capacidad de destruir nuestro entorno natural, debemos tener la capacidad y debemos tener el cuidado de conservarlo.
We have about over 6,000 amphibian species in the world, okay? And these species, about 150 of them, they have completely vanished from the surface of the earth. If you want to find them, you can never find them again. Do you want to know why this is happening? What we call habitat destruction. The frogs too, they live in, bushes, forests, homes, So that is their house, you understand? And if you destroy their house, you destroy them as well.
කිඹුල් මිනිස් ගැටුමත් ටිකක් උග්‍රාතකට හැරිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ කිඹුලෙක් දැක්කොත් මරනවා, මරලා දැන් කිඹුල් මස් කෑම දැන් ලංකාවේ ඉතා ජනප්‍රිය වේගෙන යනවා. කළුමල්ලේ සිංහල කීමක් තියෙන්නේ.
පහේ විතර ළමෙක්, පිරිමි ළමෙක්. අතින් උන්හමට ගාලා මේකල තියෙනවා අනිත් ළමයිත් එක්ක මේ කරනවා. ඉස්ත්‍රි දාලා ගිහලා ඊට පස්සේ මේ කෑල්ලත් එක්කම තමයි ඉස්කෝලේට ආවේ. සනීප වෙලා.
නමුත් එයා ඒක කරන්නේ ද්වේෂයෙන් නෙවෙයි. ඒක එයාගේ සහජ ගතිය සතෙක් අල්ලන. ඕගොල්ලෝ මෙතන නානනකොට කිඹුලෝ දකින්නවද?
කිඹුලෝ දකින්න නිතරම වගේ දකින්න.
මහත්තයා අපි ඇලට බහින්න නැහැ. අපි ගොඩේ ඉඳන් බාල්දියකින් තමයි සමහර මේ වගේ දුරකින් ඉඳන් තමයි බාල්දියකින් වතුර ගන්න නාන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ කොතනින් මතුවෙනවද කියලා කියන්න බෑ.
By putting this enclosure, the crocodile will not be able to attack the humans. So that means in another way, the crocodiles also will not be killed. කිඹුල් කොටේ නාන්න. We have done something good for the villagers, for this community here. Yeah, actually there's a big fellow there, but now I observed a bigger fellow here.
And so why do you call them fellows?
Fellow. Fellow colleague. They're intelligent. They mind their own business. We go and intrude into their habitat, into their territory. We destroy their eggs, we kill them, we eat their flesh, we take their hide and make shoes.
Oftentimes I talk to friends and they're like, well, what good is it? You know, can you eat it? Is it medicine? But to me, that's a selfish way of looking at the world, is there has to be something in it for me. You know, all species have a right to exist.
Para el futuro veo un futuro optimista, un océano un poco más saludable. No es sencillo, es un proceso largo, pero es posible.
You know, you tend to think you're so small you can't do anything. If you add up all those little things, you could make big changes. If I thought I couldn't achieve it, I wouldn't be trying, of course, yeah. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy because I think I can do it, but yeah, it can be done, and I'm gonna do it.